Yeah, I can feel the air up there. When I feel so clear. I've been in another gear. Yeah, I've been in another gear. I can feel the air up there. When I feel so clear. I've been in another gear. Yeah, I've been in another gear. Yeah, I've been on another wave. About to blast off for days. Damn, they don't even know my face. Yo, what is up? We are back, Hoops and Brews. We haven't done one of these in person since Jason Tatum let the world down. But we're back. It's the NBA draft special. Just hanging out, doing the draft. Orlando is picking currently. It's Woj is reporting that they're probably picking. What is it? Pablo Banchero is his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, that they're probably picking Pablo Banchero first. What do you think about that?
For the Magic, I think it's the wrong guy, but it's still a good pick for him. Obviously he's a solid player. About a 3, or probably played a 4 in the league. You think? Probably played a 4 or 3. He could get you a bucket
4.
from
5. I'm assuming 4.
Bucket.
But they have like 96 fours, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
you pick the best player.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. No 4 on that team stands out like Pablo Banchero. So it'd be a good pick. I think it'd be the wrong guy. I think you can't really pass up on a Chet Holmgren. His skill set with his height is too unique for me to really just look over like that. But you're not getting nobody weak in Pablo Banchero. He's gonna be a good Jabari Parker.
So he's gonna be Carmelo Anthony.
Good Jabari Parker isn't necessarily Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, but that was his projection when he came out. Like, even the body type was Carmelo Anthony. A good Jabari Parker is hilarious. That's a great comparison, but that's just hilarious. But the pick is in.
Let's
see who it is.
I can see him being like TJ Warren too.
Man, if I pick TJ Warren number 1, dog. Unless it's bubble TJ Warren. If I pick TJ Warren number 1, fights need to be had. That's a fireable offense for your organization.
I mean, if you put TJ Warren in the right, like, maybe he could have been better. I mean, I don't. As straight buckets.
Right, man. If I pick TJ Warren number 1, it's a fireable offense. But let's see who they draft. Adam Silver is it Adam Silver?
I think so.
He off the COVID protocol now? He's straight?
I guess so.
Where man's at? Walk up here. Who they picking? Who is it?
Uh-oh.
Yep, they picked the number 1.
They went with Banchero. Oh, wow.
Banchero number 1. That was a smoke screen.
Wow. That's interesting.
That was a smoke screen.
Wow. I feel like one
Is
day
that Mike Miller that's his agent?
For real?
Yeah, that was Mike Miller, I think. Pretty sure that was Mike Miller. Then they paying Pablo number 1. Think nobody saw that coming. Pre-draft, at least.
That's fire. I mean, salute. Pablo is Paola, or it's obviously going to be immediately fun to watch. You can get your bucket from the wing. It's going to be cool to watch a guy like that who can really stretch the defense and just one-on-one, just flat out just get you a bucket. You give him the space. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Another 4 from Duke going high in the draft over these last couple of years. We saw Ingram. We see what he's doing to the league. You saw Tatum. Obviously, he's killing the league.
Is he killing the league? Killing his team.
He's most definitely killing the league.
Killing his team chance to win finals.
You need to relax on Tatum.
To win finals.
Because
killing his team chance to win finals.
No, you're a LeBron fan. You should be used to being disappointed in the finals, especially in the earlier years. So I don't see why you don't have more patience.
All right.
And the first. You didn't have this energy for LeBron when he was stinking the place up in the finals. His first couple of finals, his first 2 finals was very underwhelming.
His first finals wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was.
It really wasn't that bad.
And he averaged like 20 points per game. And
it was like 24, I think. But that was an era in which like the scores was like 79 and 84. It wasn't that bad, bro.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It was. They won that. They were sagging off of LeBron James, and he couldn't
shoot yet.
Exactly.
But they weren't that bad, and also that team was significantly worse than what this Boston team was. And he also had one of the greatest moments in NBA history in that playoff run.
The playoff run, and I'm talking about the finals.
Okay.
But when you perform that way, they literally won that series because of what
Beasley.
They were literally able to. They compared to Michael Beasley. He could be a good Michael Beasley, like how I said earlier.
No. Well, first of all, Michael Beasley was good. Beasley was good.
That's true.
Beasley was good. It was just
Ben Simmons. Is that not what he?
playmaker. That's a
Ben Simmons.
playmaker.
What?
I actually forgot what Ben Simmons played basketball. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You forgot how you do what?
How he played basketball. I'm not even gonna lie to
You
you.
lying? Come on, bro.
I haven't seen Ben Simmons play basketball in a year. I forgot what he played basketball. Like.
He played like a 6'10", aggressive, athletic Rondo.
I'm joking. I know he played basketball. Like, it's just like I ain't seen Mans play in a good minute. That's why I said that. All right, the Thunder are on the clock. I'm assuming the Thunder pick Chet.
They got to go with Chet.
They don't have to go with Chet, but I'm assuming they pick Chet. What if they pick Ivy?
Ivy's a guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got Shea and they got Josh Giddey.
Does that matter to them though?
I think it does.
Or if you're the
This is
Thunder,
already filled, and
if you're the Thunder, are you just trying to get whoever you think the best player is?
they should think the best player is Chet.
You are really
So
high on Chet Holmgren.
I am.
You really rock with Chet Holmgren.
I am.
I respect that.
I like the size, and the skill at that size is very rare. So
That's fair.
the ability to protect the rim, stretch the defense, finish over the top. Obviously, they say his weight is the problem, but in the NBA nowadays, they don't really abuse.
My only thing with tall, slender guys is obviously the fact of can they stay healthy over a career?
That's fair.
Do you also want to do me a favor? Can you close the window? Because it's wild hot right now.
I got you.
And I forgot to close the window. And it is extremely hot. And I'm about to start. Yeah, just close the door. And I'm about to start sweating in like 45 seconds with all these damn lights on in here. Do you have any like sneak peeks?
In this draft,
Yeah.
off the top of my I haven't done too much on the draft.
There's a guy called Jalen Williams. I think it's Jalen Williams from I think he's went to Santa Clara, who I was doing some research on. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. What is Jaden Williams?
What position?
It's like I think he played guard in college, but he'll play wing in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the team I don't know who's the team I wish could get him. Like Denver, the Cavs even. The Cavs.
Was a guard. Denver don't need.
Denver could use some more scoring.
They got Bones and Jamal at the guard position. They good.
Yeah, but Bones is a bench guy.
Bones is
He's a bench guy.
Not necessarily.
He's a bench guy.
Not necessarily.
There's no way I want to run Jamal Murray and Bones Highland in my backcourt unless our only plan is to outscore everyone.
I mean, together, no. But what do you? I mean,
I'm just saying he's like 6'6". He can defend. He's a solid playmaker. He also went to Santa Clara, which I like guys that go to mid-major schools because I feel like they're more used to the weight of the world being on them. You know, his dad played in the NBA.
Jabari Smith. Hey,
Yeah.
a lot of these players.
Dads play. Yeah,
Dads played in the NBA.
Yeah, that's where we at now with it.
That mess is insane. I didn't know. Like, oh my god, who did I figure out? Like, it's wild.
I'm assuming Chet's gonna go. And we could all look at Twitter and figure out who's gonna go. He's smiling too much.
Wall Woj definitely spoiled this.
He's smiling too much, so I feel like he know he about to get drafted. He's smiling too. There's a lot going on at that table. I feel like he just got picked, Chet. And then Jabari probably goes. Wait, who's the Rocket? Yeah, the Rocket's not picking a guard. Who is it? The Thunder are picking now. Chet Holmgren. Yeah, Chet Holmgren. Told you he was getting picked. He's smiling too much. That's good for him,
Fire
though.
Immediately.
No, that's a great spot for Chet, though.
Him catching dimes from Giddey.
That's a great spot for
It's
Chet.
cold.
Number one, he's white, but in Oklahoma City. No, he's white. No, that's a great spot for Chet. They will love him there. But like they will love him there. That's a great spot for Chet Holmgren, in my personal opinion.
I like it too. Like I said, with Giddey, him, that combination is gonna be fire. Obviously, I think he had like one of the most better playmaking seasons for a rookie we've ever seen. So giving him another option out there on the wing, down low, is gonna definitely benefit his game, benefit Shea, benefit a lot of the young guys they got over there. So yeah, I really like this pick for Oklahoma. They got blessed by the Magic being able to land this guy. I think he complements what they have right now very, very, very well. So I'm looking forward to Chet Holmgren.
He's 195 pounds.
Early rookie of the year pick is going with him, especially in yeah, he's very small. 195 pounds that's me. And
he's a really good shot blocker. He gonna have to put some weight on in the league, but he's
Really?
a really good. You can't be 195 pounds, bro.
Really? As a power forward,
You can't be 195 pounds.
Really? In today's NBA?
195 pounds.
We just seen in the
He gotta
playoffs.
get at least
Wasn't
a
they
220.
shooting 33s a game
He got to get at
per
least a
team in the
220,
finals?
bro. He got to get at least a 220.
He gonna win Rookie of the Year at 200.
Hmm?
He's gonna win Rookie of the Year at his weight right now.
I think he probably puts on weight before the season starts. I think he probably gets at least like 205, 210 before the season starts. Well, 210 is a lot. I don't know if you want to. If he's really 195 pounds, he'll probably put on maybe 10 pounds before the season starts.
I guess. I mean, I don't think it's necessary. Maybe over the course of his career, obviously, of course, like we've seen, like obviously Durant came in insanely skinny.
And I'm
Ingram,
assuming that
very skinny.
And I'm assuming that they pick Jabari Smith, and then the actual draft starts. With the fourth pick, the actual draft starts. Because Jaden Ivey did not work out for the Kings. I also, come on, what are we doing? Kristaps Porzingis and Giannis. What are we doing?
Wait, Giannis is crazy, but I'm not mad at the Porzingis.
I'm not mad at Porzingis, but like, what are we doing with the Giannis thing?
I didn't see that. Did they
They
really
just
have
said
a picture of
Kristaps
Giannis
Porzingis
right there?
and Giannis.
Did they really have a picture of Giannis?
Yeah, they put it. I bet they show him. There you go.
Oh my God, you do good though. They showing Giannis highlights, G.
Yeah, I don't know what. Nah, G, I'm not rocking. No, I'm not rocking with the Porzingis is fine. I'm not rocking with the Giannis.
Of all the
I'm not
players to
rocking
pull
with
out
the
of a hat.
Porzingis mixed with Giannis is a outrageous comparison. There is a dude in next year's draft.
Yeah, the French guy,
Yeah,
right?
now he look insane.
Yeah.
He like 7'4", can run the floor,
Yeah.
can shoot, now he looks crazy.
Yeah, he
if
looks
they did that
crazy.
for him, I wouldn't be mad. For Chet, I'm not rocking no, bro. I'm not rocking.
That's hilarious.
I'm not rocking. Now they'll probably pick Jabari and then the actual draft will start because I don't understand.
You want to talk about the Rockets real quick? They on the they just traded Christian Wood. What are your thoughts on the Christian Wood trade to him? To the
Because
Magic?
they were freeing up space for one of the guys.
Mhm.
They knew they had a top 3 pick. They knew they were going to get one of them, so they're freeing up space for one of the guys.
That's
Because
what's
Christian was there 4 or 5. I'm assuming whoever will come in, start right away, get all the minutes. You put them with Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Jabari. You're going to have a very fun team next year.
Mhm.
They'll have a very, 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 very fun team to watch. They also have Şengün as well. So they're just clearing up space for the young guys in that position. Well, in those positions.
That's what's up. Yeah, I really like the Christian Wood accusation for the Mavericks. Obviously the Mavericks team has a lot of flaws, some would say, but one of their flaws is like obviously another scoring option. They got Brunson, they got Dinwiddie, but sometimes they be very inconsistent and they're kind of smaller. You bring a guy like Christian Wood in, who's almost like a guaranteed. I'm pretty sure he's a monster in fantasy. I'm pretty sure he's like over the last couple of years, his averages are like at least 20 and like 8 rebounds.
Sure.
So you bring another guy who can get a bucket. And it's also a very low risk, high reward possible situation because he has an expiring deal. So if it doesn't work out, they can ship him out by December. If it does work out, then they got them another scoring option next to Luka right there. So
He's an upgrade over Maxi Kleber.
Oh, most
I
definitely.
think Maxi Kleber is a better defender, but he's an upgrade over Maxi.
Most definitely. We'll see. Because I think if he comes in there and he's just as bad of a defender as Maxi Kleber was, he's going to get just shipped out. Because the Mavericks are trying to compete right now. They got one of the better players in the league. I think he has a nice couple months of a trial when he first arrives there. And if he can really show out, and he's young, so I
think he'll be fine. Like even when I saw him that half a year, he just got picked. He's on the phone. Like even when he's smiling too much. I hate when they do this. You just take away all the suspense. We know he.
What
got
you mean?
picked.
We've been to while. I'm pretty sure you can get on your phone right now and see who.
I mean, yeah,
There's
but
no
like we
suspense
know he
really
got
anyways.
picked.
Like the suspense been killed. Like we had suspension in like 5
That's
years.
fair. We haven't.
Like,
we fast forward.
Well,
We had
OG
suspension
Sam's
like
like,
5,
yeah,
6, 7
we had
years.
suspension like
But
6-7 years.
Judging off what Christian Wood did with Harden those 20 or so games when Harden was in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
I think you do perfectly fine with Luka.
Yeah, if he is perfectly fine, that means the Mavericks will probably just extend him, give him a nice little 4-year, $96 million deal. So I think that was a good move for both teams. Houston clearing up a little bit of more space for their youngins, and then the Mavericks getting another scoring option for Luka Doncic to go to. That was a very interesting trade. Also, we got Portland coming up on the block. They made a trade. They acquired Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, I think Portland should trade their pick.
Really? I know one name that was floating around was OG Anunoby for that 7th pick, right?
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I think Jeremy Grant and OG will give them the wings that they've been needing forever. Like, they've needed wings who could defend literally forever.
That's facts.
I think the best one they probably had was Alfred Gaminu.
Or
That's probably the
I
best
guess
wing.
they had Batum later in his career. They had
No, they had Batum earlier in his career, but I'm talking about like in the Dame Lillard era. Like Batum left
Oh, in the
when the Dame Lillard era kind of started. Is when he went to Charlotte. That's when they whole starting lineup left, and Dame was the only one left.
Yeah,
They've been needing a wing since then. Like they've been playing probably shooting guards at the wing. Like they were paying Norman Powell at the
Yeah.
3. That's a shooting guard. The
Mhm.
best one that they probably had. I know they had.
I mean, Mo Harkless was solid.
Mo Harkless was solid.
Mo Harkless was very solid.
Mo Harkless was solid. Mo Harkless and Alfred Camino have probably been the best wings that they've had in Portland. Jabari Smith, obviously. Now let's start the draft after this. Him going to Houston is like, again,
they needed a wing for sure.
I think he'll fit in perfectly. The only thing about him is I think I read a stat that said he had some of the lowest shot creation. As in, like, he doesn't create his own shots.
I mean, he's playing with two dudes who
exactly,
create
but
their
that's
shot all
not
game.
but that's not a bad thing for the
Uh-huh.
situation that he's going to. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's what's up. I think that was the one piece they was missing. They have Sagoon. I'm looking forward to seeing him get more
Shangoon.
minutes.
Shangoon.
Shangoon. All right, cool. Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing him get more minutes this year with them loading off on Christian Wood. Shangoon, his footwork is like up there, probably top 5, top 10 players. Footwork already off the rip. Once him with more minutes, for sure gonna be
He's
a
a
fantasy
really smooth
target.
player. Really, really smooth.
I'm with
Highest drafted Auburn. Oh my goodness, since 1966.
Wow. Elite jump shooter, versatile defender.
And that's a top flight role player.
That's low key perfect. He gonna take them Kenyon Martin Jr. minutes in Houston.
His NBA comparison when I was looking was Rashard Lewis, which I don't think is a bad one. Y'all might not remember Rashard Lewis, but Rashard Lewis.
Wait, come on, man. Everybody remember Rashard Lewis.
Everybody does not remember Rashard. I guarantee you, there's somebody watching this podcast right now that does not remember Rashard.
That's not. I don't think that's no. No.
You might not remember. You might not remember Rashard Lewis.
No, that's not acceptable. Unless you're 16 years old, that's not absolutely unacceptable.
Or you might not remember his Seattle days if you do remember Rashard Lewis. His Seattle days were different than his Orlando days.
That's true, but he was still. I guess
he was solid everywhere.
If you watching this spot and you don't know Rashard, that's insane. Like, please,
you might not know
DM
who
me.
Rashard
Let's discuss.
Lewis is.
DM me, please. Let's discuss this.
You might not know who Rashard Lewis is.
No, Rashard Lewis.
Now it's here when the draft gets interesting. I also wonder if they go wing, if they keep the pick and go wing.
The Kings, they should go wing. I mean, they don't got nobody.
I mean, I think Ivy is probably the best. Like Keegan Murray, I think Ivy is probably the best player. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Are they comparing him to Kevin
What are
Durant?
we doing? What are we doing?
Jabari Smith to Kevin
What are we
Durant?
doing? What are we doing?
I'm tweaking.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
You do
What are we
good, dope.
doing?
Dope.
What are we
That's what
doing?
we're doing. Dope.
What are we doing, bro? This is Kendrick Perkins doing. Because I remember that fucking draft last year. Now, granted, Evan Mobley was nice, but he compared Evan Mobley to Bill Russell. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, are you that mad at Yo, come on, bro.
Yes, I'm not mad at it, bro. Yes, I'm that mad at it, bro. What the fuck you mean?
So Bill Russell playing right now. You don't think he have the Evan Mobley type impact, and that's fire.
Yo,
Just because he won this shit, if Evan Mobley was playing back then, he probably would have won this shit too.
we gotta stop.
I don't think that's that.
First of all,
that's like
we
top
gotta
tier.
stop.
Like comparison.
Come on, bro.
Why do we have to stop? We're taking what Bill Russell did back then. You thinking what he would do now is very similar.
You know, Bill Russell was an Olympic athlete.
So
right?
what would Bill Russell have? So Bill Russell was playing now. He would have won 11 championships. Now lie and say
Probably
Bill Russell would have won 11 championships in
probably not,
2022.
no,
Say that.
What?
Say he would have won 11 championships nowadays.
No, but he'd still be the best center in the league.
He will not be the best center in the league.
Gee, he was an
Bill
Olympic.
Russell better than Joel, bro.
Yes.
Out of here.
You gotta listen, bro. You gotta understand. He was listen, bro. You have to understand. You have to number one. You have to account for evolution. If he was an Olympic level athlete in the fucking 50s, hooping in Chuck Taylors, can you imagine the level of athlete he would be if you give him a 2022 weight program?
Olympic level athlete. So Joel Embiid not an Olympic level athlete?
No, for the high jump and long jump, fuck no.
Athleticism what? So what? All you saying is he would have been a DeAndre Jordan, and he wasn't even that tall. That athleticism wouldn't give him that much of an advantage nowadays. And he wasn't that.
You are tripping, bro. He was an Olympic level athlete. Listen, bro. Listen, he was an Olympic level athlete in his time, and he did not have the training that people have right now. If you give him 2022 NBA weight program, I don't know what that looks like.
It looks like Evan Mobley.
No, it doesn't look like Evan Mobley.
Yes,
looks
it
better than
does.
Evan
It
Mo-
look you
looks better than
seeing
Evan
it.
Mobley.
Just open your
It
eyes.
looks
It's
better
right
than Evan-
there.
It looks better than Evan Mobley. But
No,
okay.
it doesn't. Evan
All right,
Mobley is
bro.
top tier. That's top tier
I
talent.
love Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley is great. I think Evan Mobley is the future of the power forward position. I don't think he's Bill Russell though.
So you think what? All right, so you said Bill Russell with today's weight training today. So Bill
Pick
Russell
is in. Let's see.
so-
I'm interested to see who the Kings pick.
All right.
I think if it's Ivy, I can't see them. I can see them keeping it, but I don't see them keeping it. I wouldn't keep it if I was them. Keegan Murray, please. They pick Keegan Murray. Great. Now Jaden Ivey gets to go to the Pistons, which is great for them. That's exactly what they need. And they don't have to spend the money on Brunson. Is that his girlfriend or his mama? She won't be around long. Let me not say that. He might. Let me not say that. I'll take that back. Let me not say that. I think that's a good pick for them, though. They need some defense. They actually do need a win. They probably need a long-term replacement for Harrison Barnes. They also don't have – who's their four?
The Kings force since shipping Bagley. I'm not sure. That's a great
They
question.
don't. Point being, they don't really have a four. I think he's a wing who could come in, play the three, play the four. He also averaged 23 points last year and shot 40% from three. So he might even be able to come in and get you 14 points or have a Scotty Barnes type impact.
Okay.
Probably not be the level of playmaker,
Mhm.
but I think he could be reverse the playmaking level with the shooting level and have like a Scotty Barnes type impact next season.
Does Sabonis start at the 4 or the 5?
I think it starts at the 5 for them.
So Sabonis, they got Harrison Barnes and Harrison Barnes though. Harrison Barnes and I didn't see the other
Him.
name.
Harrison Barnes and him with Davian.
and Mo Harkless.
Yeah. Harrison Barnes, that's a replace. Harrison Barnes, whoever you want to put at the I would do Davian Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, Murray, and Sabonis and see what happens.
That's not bad. I like that. I sound like something I run on 2K
Personally, I would do that.
2K season.
But I'm happy Jaden Ivey is getting a chance to go to Detroit because number one, it can save Detroit some money. They don't have to go after like Jalen Brunson anymore. You could have Ivy and Cade as your kind of, I guess, franchise cornerstones. And then, hopefully Ivy, Cade, and Aiden as your franchise cornerstones. And you doing something there in Detroit. You doing something with that, in my personal opinion. Like, that sets you up real nice for the future. I think they could be a play-in team next year if they get
Detroit playing.
that. I think play-in team if they get that next year.
Oof.
If Ivy can come in and be who people assume he is,
Man, ain't even picked
young,
him yet.
electric. You got Cade out there. I'm assuming Cade will improve next year. I think Cade could be a borderline all-star next year. And Aiden, I think Aiden is a 20 and 10 guy.
They don't have Aiden.
Hmm?
They got Aiden.
No, but they just cleared, I think, $53 million in cap space. I'm assuming some of that is to throw some money at DeAndre Aiden. Throw a max at DeAndre Aiden.
That would be fire. I wouldn't be mad at them for that.
And that possibly makes you a play-in team. They could be like what Cleveland was this year, next year. I think, personally.
Well, that'd be a hell of a success story. But hey, we'll see. Oh, I wonder what Big Perks in Detroit got.
He gonna say something regular. He
3
gonna compare
minutes.
He gonna compare man to Kawhi Leonard, I bet. Did he do his comparison yet?
It'll drop soon. What's
Um,
up?
Did we miss the comparison?
We
or
might
did-
have
Yeah, we might have missed it.
shooter to compliment Cade.
Yeah, Jaden Ivey. I'm 99.9% sure this is the pick. If it's not the pick, that's really weird. Like, you can't tell me he can't be a borderline all-star next year?
I'm not mad at that. Cade had a great rookie year, especially in the East. I mean, even though there's more talent going around, but
They still have Sadiq Bey.
they do have Sadiq Bey.
They have Marvin Bagley still. You put Jaden Ivey with this. I think Jaden Ivey can come in and give you 15, 16 points next year. Starting out, young, electric guard. He can be what Killian Hayes was supposed to be for them. They have a good case. I mean, they have a good coach, Dwayne Casey. And again, this is if you can go out there and get DeAndre Ayton. If you can't get DeAndre Ayton, ignore everything.
You're not
I'm
rocking
saying.
with Isaiah Stewart.
I fuck with Stewart, but that's not
Man,
DeAndre
sorry.
Ayton.
Man tried to kill Bron mid-game.
But that's not DeAndre Ayton.
I feel yeah, that's fair.
DeAndre
yeah.
Ayton is 20 and 10.
Yeah, you're right. I would like to see Aiden in the system where they do prioritize him. That would be nice. As much as I do slander him, him in the system where they probably. I'll take him on my fantasy team if
He just got picked. That's why he over there about to cry.
Or they lied to him. Shoot, Melo was on All the Smoke talking, or I think it was All the Smoke talking about how Detroit told him they was gonna pick him.
I feel like they just called him and told him though. I feel like
okay.
they told Melo that before the draft, and then the draft came and he was like, "Yeah, this ain't happening."
I don't know. I mean, I guess, but
Cause he rocking back and forth in the chair, so they definitely just picked him.
pick is in. Who is it, Silver? When are you ready to start pretending about that Drake album?
It's the best Drake album. I'm not going. Nah, it's literally the best Drake album. It is 100% the best Drake album. It's like hearing So Far Gone for the first time in 2022. It's the best Drake album. Have you even played the album more than once?
Nah, not more than one.
Play the album, G.
I know he wasn't on there talking that talk. He wasn't on there like.
Yes, he was.
I make them hoes walk together like I'm Amber Rose.
But listen though, I don't have to ever hear Drake rap again. I like singing Drake.
I used
That's
to
my
have to hit
favorite
my
Drake.
T's with Febreze. What was that?
You thought that was
I reached heights the White Howard couldn't reach, nigga.
of all the
Where was
Drake
that?
of all the Drake bars you could have picked to say. Those
Got
were the
my
bars you
Spanish
said.
team convinced that I know Spanish. Really, once you get to talking, I don't understand it.
These are the Drake bars you picked.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm just saying these are the Drake bars you pick when I say I prefer singing Drake.
No, he could have. I was looking forward to something like that. I might take Quentin.
Bitch, don't tell me that's your motto if you ain't been in Vogue.
You hate. You said it again?
Bitch, don't tell me that's your motto if you ain't been in Vogue.
That's what you said on the new one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's okay. That's okay, huh? All right.
I might take Quentin and fathers. You had your life, just to be honest.
He is in tears. That man did not want to go to Sacramento. That man was like, Lord Jesus, thank you. That man did not want to go to Sacramento. Like, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Sacramento didn't pick me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Lord, my prayers have been answered, Lord.
I'm ready for the baby
Lord,
Tron.
my prayers have been answered.
I'm ready for the
Lord.
baby Tron, Miles Bridges, Jaden Ivey bars.
You know, I think Detroit trying to throw somebody in Miles. We don't need that, though. Miles Bridges does not need to go back to Detroit.
Yeah, that would
Keep
be
Miles
bad.
Bridges far away.
He getting arrested by game
Keep
20.
Miles Bridges far.
He getting arrested.
far
I
away
would
from-
bet, like, look, where can I go to? Where can I bet on? What are the odds on Miles Bridges being arrested by game 20 if he
Keep
go to
Miles
Detroit?
Bridges far away. Keep him far away from Detroit.
Nah, that's hilarious. I hope Miles Bridges can get back to the Hornets. I really enjoy watching him and LaMelo Ball play together. Like, I thought their chemistry and they really fit their games really complement each other. With his bounce and ability to score the basketball and LaMelo Ball's passing ability.
I'm telling you, him with Cade, and if you can get Aiden, you got Sadiq Bey. I think you'll still have Marvin Bagley. I'm telling you, they could be like what Cleveland was last year.
They can be. That would be a great season for them. You might be. I mean, if they get, we'll see.
I'm telling you, Cade come out here be an all-star, borderline all-star. Jaden Ivey, I think he can come in and get you fit. I think Ivy and Cade is a crazy backcourt for the next 10 years if it works out how I think it'll work out. That's like a LeBron and D-Wade type situation. Not just LeBron, D-Wade, ideally type situation.
This, Cade and Ivy?
Yeah.
All right.
What you
I
mean?
missed the button.
He got
You do good, though.
He got the same height as D-Wade.
A lot of players got the same height as D-Wade.
Telling you. If it I'm not saying Cade is LeBron. I don't think Cade is LeBron. I'm just saying come on, bro. I'm just saying type of situation. It's a LeBron and D-Wade type of situation. Like, comparison is Ja Morant.
I'm not buying that one. Which game show is this? I'm not.
His comparison is Ja Morant. Even though I don't think he's athletic as Ja.
You know these comparisons are irrelevant, man.
Even though
comparisons to who?
Even though I don't think he's as
Ooh.
even though I don't think he's as athletic as Ja Morant though. Ja Morant is different. Tell you.
No.
It's a D-Wade LeBron type situation.
Crazy.
I'm gonna name the episode that. Ivy, Jaden Ivey, and Cade Cunningham are the new D-Wade and LeBron. Can you please write that down for me?
I got you. I write it down right now.
Name of the episode that.
You said so. Cade and Ivy.
Are the new D Wade and LeBron? I'm gonna take it back to the old school days. Put some artwork on that shit. Fucking Photoshop their faces. I'm in Thomas like, bro, can you do this for me, please? For them, I guess that this is where it gets interesting. Maybe you pick Shaden Sharp.
This is a high pick for him.
I think Shaden Sharp also
That's fire.
arguably has some of the highest upside in his draft, but he's kind of unknown because he didn't play last year. But I did watch some of his footage. I was on YouTube. I was actually on YouTube doing like a lot of research on some of these guys, like the past week.
He was one of your favorites, Shaden Sharp, you said?
Yes. Him and my sleeper favorite is Jalen Williams. My sleeper favorite.
I think it's fire. The Lakers getting that 35th pick is fire. If you know our history, Lakers history, they've been drafting some really good guys late rounds and getting undrafted guys. So that's fire. Shout out to Rob Pelinka putting that work in. Next season, we are back. Rob Pelinka, the genius, strikes again.
What's your definition of back for the Lakers?
Huh?
What's your definition of back for the Lakers?
Another championship.
Boy, you do good, though. You do good, though.
That's not good, though. But if we don't get a championship
good, though.
next year, then
You're
LeBron
never
never
winning another ring on the
If
Lakers.
Lakers don't get another championship next year, then LeBron never should have came to the
Bro,
Lakers.
they won a ring. What I don't understand, bro. They did win a ring. You act like it didn't happen. They won a ring.
That's 25%.
So you want to win a ring every year?
That's 25%.
You
Not
wanna win a
every
ring
year,
every
but I
year.
want to compete every year. And if you have LeBron growing up and you're on your roster, if you had LeBron James on your
He's
roster,
20.
you competed every year.
He is in year 20.
Okay, go somewhere else and be
Who they
weak
just
then.
picked?
Who did?
That's a man from Arizona, I think.
Okay. I mean, I know the Pacers could use a wing. Shoot, they got Turner, Brogdon, even though Brogdon been in every trade rumor.
Yeah, brought him in every trade room since the beginning of time.
He's really, really, really good, too. Despite the fact that he's really – I'd love to see him in a Laker jersey.
Bro, you would love to see everybody in a Lakers jersey. I wouldn't love to see him in a Lakers jersey.
Why not?
I would only like to see Russell Westbrook or Kyrie Irving in a Lakers. I don't even want to see Kyrie in a Lakers jersey.
You don't want to see Malcolm Brogdon? He fits perfect with
No,
it.
I
Come
don't.
with the team $1 billion.
He fits perfect for them if this was LeBron 6 years ago.
So what? Huh?
Bro, I don't want LeBron to play the same way he played his whole career next year, G. I want LeBron to be
He don't have to play this. Even
Yes,
with,
he does.
Brogdon
If you-
doesn't mean he has to play that same
Yes,
way.
that's another combo guard, bro.
Who can set up the offense by himself, distribute a little bit by
But
himself,
yeah,
and pretty
but-
much hit every open
But
three he
he's
gets.
another combo guard. I would like I like the Russ pairing because he's a ball dominant guard who can dish to everyone else.
You like the Russ pairing, even though you multiple times have stated you don't like how Bron had Russ sitting in the corner half the time.
I don't like how Braun had Russ sitting in the corner.
So
Stop sitting Russ in the fucking corner.
what made you think that's gonna stop? Why
I
would
don't.
it just
That's- but
magically
no,
stop
look,
happening?
No, look, I don't. That's why God damn, I don't. That's why I don't believe in him because I don't think it's gonna stop.
That's why you bring in a Malcolm Brogdon who can stand in the corner
It's
and,
not
and
moving.
destroy
Here's
a
the
team.
thing, though. There isn't no world where Malcolm Brogdon is better than Russell Westbrook.
In 2022?
He's not better than Russell Westbrook.
In 2022.
Gee, Russell Westbrook last year averaged 18, 8, and 8.
The weakest 18, 8, and 8 you ever seen in your life with 3 backboard shots, 6 turnovers.
It wasn't 6 turnovers, it was 4.
Same thing.
Last year, the year before. Now them, I wouldn't mind them picking Shaden Sharp if they keep the pick.
That's hilarious. But
I wouldn't mind them picking Shaden. I wouldn't mind Portland picking Shaden Sharp if they keep the pick.
They need to ship this pick off, man, right now.
I think they
Hurry
probably
up.
should ship it off. But if they don't ship it off, I wouldn't mind them picking Shaden Sharp.
Yeah, I love OG there. Also, open it up for Scotty Barnes a little more down in Toronto.
What was we talking about? Oh yeah, no, bro. That's in no world, no. And again,
Right now in 2020,
No,
if it's
no,
20,
I don't give a fuck if it's
in
2045
14 or something,
I
I
don't
get
give
you.
it- I don't care if it's
2022.
I don't care if it's 2045 and they both in the big 3 or the damn fucking rec league when they 50. No.
When you are as efficient and your IQ is as high as a Malcolm Brogdon.
First of all,
and-
Malcolm Brogdon don't even play that much. He be hurt all the time.
What?
Pull up how many games he done played the last
I'll
couple
put
of
it
years.
up. I mean, that don't mean it's guaranteed to be
If
consistent.
it's more than 60, I'll take a shot.
If it's what, this season or any season?
I mean, not any season, the past
Okay.
2 years.
All
If
right,
it's
good.
more than 60, I'll take a shot.
All right, man, I'm about to pull it up right now. Malcolm Brogdon. All right, cool.
And if it's not more than 60, you drink.
All right, so 36 games this year.
Exactly.
And then 56
Drink.
games the year before.
Drink. Go. Drink.
All right, this is for Malcolm Brogdon, even though you're still welcome. Let's go.
And I don't want to see Melo there. Not Melo. Kyrie there just because if you thought you're not getting away with like, granted, I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna go out there and play. I'm sure he loves basketball. But if he pulls that type of shit in Los Angeles, if you thought the Russell Westbrook shit was bad, if you thought the Russell Westbrook shit was bad last year, let Kyrie go out here and try to play 30 games in LA and wrecking some shit in LA.
Yeah, don't get caught partying on your birthday when you out that day under Los Angeles fans. Remember he got caught partying when whoever's birthday it was. Don't get party. Don't be on the injury list. Don't be on the injury list and pop up on Twitter and in the
Lakers
at
fans
the club.
not letting you take a mental health break, bro. Lakers and Knicks are the absolute worst place for Kyrie to go.
Are we really at the point where a Kyrie Irving season is guaranteed to be something like that is going to happen? Is there guaranteed?
No matter
where Kyrie Irving goes,
it's been the past 5 years, bro.
So it's guaranteed it's going to happen.
He's either going to do that or he's going to get hurt. He's done that every year for the past 5 seasons. Like at this point, and also even when he was there, he was never the healthiest person.
That's true. But I don't know, man. If he gets back, I mean, this whole Kyrie Irving stuff is honestly insane. I'm tired of it. But I think he can have obviously if the Lakers stay healthy, they do the right thing this offseason.
He's really good. The issue is he never plays. And there's always something up with him. That's the issue. There's always something up. He just can't never just go out there and just have a regular season.
If you're Brooklyn, you give him a long-term deal or no?
If I'm Brooklyn, I trade everyone. But I trade everyone. I want all of you gone. Bye. KD can go too.
Everyone.
Everyone needs to go.
You don't want to run. Look, if you run it back with Brooklyn, you got a lineup of.
I understand that.
Kyrie Irving.
And I look, I understand that, and I would love to, but I'm not giving him I would give him a long-term deal with incentives to get the rest of the money. I would do team options.
Gee, but look, if you run it back healthy next year, you got a lineup of Kyrie.
I would do team options.
Joe Harris, Seth Curry, KD.
I would do
Claxton, Ben Simmons.
Listen, I would do team options.
Dangerous.
Listen, I would do team options. If Kyrie does not want to accept a 2-year deal, and in the other years are team options, I would trade him, and I would trade Kevin Durant. He can go too.
You want
all of them can
so
go.
You want Kyrie's talent with the team option. You dreaming.
No.
That's some type of no. That's,
listen.
You want Kyrie Irving 28.
I'm not guaranteed like bro.
And you want to put a team option on a Kyrie Irving deal?
Because I can't trust you're gonna play.
Kyrie Irving on a.
I can't trust you.
Niggas like Jeremy Grant get team options.
I can't trust you.
What?
Jeremy Grant, I know Jeremy Grant gonna be there every night. I know Jeremy Grant gonna come to work every day. And granted, I don't think everything is Kyrie's fault. I respect, the things he stands for. I want him to respect it. But he don't be coming to work.
It's no, I wouldn't, look, it's no guarantee.
Who's pulling pick?
All right, let's see who they pick. But look,
Sharp?
he gonna be back with Bron, man.
Shaden Sharp, told you. Shaden Sharp. I like that shit. I like the way this draft is going. I think everybody is picking who they should pick.
That's cool.
I think
Spurs
I think the Magic picked Banchero because they think he could be an elite scorer. I think they probably wanted somebody who they felt could average 27. And I think Pablo is probably the one that could do that. Shaden Sharp, I like Shaden Sharp. If Shaden Sharp can, he was the number 1 recruit in top. So basically, you got the number 1 recruit in 2022 at the 7th spot to pair with Dame and to pair with Anthony Simons, and you have Jeremy Grant. You probably need one more wing. Well, you have Nasir Little. You also have Josh Hart. I like what Portland's doing.
Oh yeah, I love Josh Hart.
I like what Portland's doing.
I feel you. They bring back Nurkic. I think he's a free agent this offseason.
Maybe, but yes, he can't be trusted to come to work. I'm not giving you $150, $200 million if I can't trust you to come to work.
A team option is insane. If you get to the point where Kyrie Irving don't have that type of leverage,
I said that
you
I would
guarantee a team option.
Listen, I said I would guarantee you 2 years, and after those 2 years, team options. I can't trust you. You can't be trusted. For instance, any Zion contract, it's gonna have a weight thing in there. Same thing with Embiid. He got a weight and injury thing in his contract.
He got a wait. Embiid has a clause.
He has an injury clause.
Explain it.
Because I think he signed a contract remember when he played that 1 year and got hurt. I think that was his 3rd, 4th year. Mm-hmm. So he had like a provision in his contract because you don't know if he's gonna get hurt again. So no, he has to do team options.
Oh my God.
He gotta do team
options. No. His talent is too crazy. He gave you 50 like 4 times in 1 month.
It's too crazy and he don't be coming to work. So I don't even know how crazy the talent is. They don't be at work. And KD, again, he can go too.
If he really at somewhere where he can compete, if you're the Miami Heat, you think he's gonna come to the Miami Heat with that BS?
He did it in fucking Brooklyn. KD's supposed to be his best friend. What the fuck?
It's a lot deeper.
You went to Boston. Boston went to the final. Boston was a game away from the finals without you. You came back the next year. Shit didn't necessarily go right. You want to leave. No problem. You go to New York. Start off playing. You get hurt after 20 games. Don't play no more with a shoulder impingement. Not saying the man wasn't hurt. I believe the man was hurt. But point being, you wasn't on the court. COVID happened. You didn't want to take the vaccine. No problem with that. Your body, your choice. But again, you're not coming to work. You're not coming to work.
Your body, your choice.
You're not coming to work. You, again, you can do whatever you want to do, but you're not coming to work. If I'm a team, no. No. I am not giving you $200 million. I ain't seeing you at work enough to do that.
Without a team option.
I would guarantee. No, look, allegedly, the contract is this. They offered him 2 years guaranteed, and then it's like provisions, like game provisions after that. It's like he would have to play 50 or 60 games a year after that to get the rest of your money. But I do team options.
That's OD disrespectful.
How?
Okay.
What do you mean?
It depends. So even all the teams he said he was interested in, Philadelphia, the Lakers. You know what? Miami. You know what type of dynamic he brings to those teams? If he goes to any of the teams he stated he was interested in, that's immediately a contender.
If he plays, sure. Yeah, you're right. If he plays.
I don't think in those sort of atmospheres
Why do you think that? What have you seen of G? He was playing with LeBron James, just went to the finals, came back and said, I don't want to be here.
That's true. But
what do you mean? You want to go play? Who are we comparing to Zion? Oh, okay. I was about to say, who are we comparing to Zion?
Are they just talking about the Pelicans?
Okay. Who I think can be a surprise team next season.
Most definitely.
If, again, Zion's on the court.
Even without him, they can still get the
Yeah, but Zion brings a different dynamic to the team.
Yeah, you're right.
To the team. Now is when it gets confusing. I don't actually know who you should pick. I would think Shaden Sharp would have been good for them too. But obviously he's gone. They'll probably pick AJ Griffin or Dyson Daniels. I can't see them going for Johnny Davis right here. Even though I do fuck with Johnny Davis.
Mark Williams.
I hope Mark Williams goes to the Hornets.
A lot of Duke dudes up here.
I hope Mark Williams goes to the Hornets.
France, Kansas.
Yeah, I hope Mark Williams goes to the Hornets. Personally. You can see better than me. Is the red light still blinking on the camera? A little small red light?
Small red. I'll go up there and check. I can't really see.
Check. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I'm interested to see who they pick. By the way, what do you think of okay, hypothetically speaking, let's say KD decides he wants to get traded. Where do you want to see KD at?
I think the best possible I think to the Lakers with LeBron.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry I had to say it, but look.
Bro.
Look.
Outside
look, can I talk?
No,
can I explain, please?
All right, come on.
All right, but listen. Look, you know, over the last couple of years, LeBron and KD have been getting beat up on by these young guys. Like, we saw KD absolutely get destroyed by Jason Tatum and those boys in round 1 of this year. It was sad. It looked like he was a couple steps behind. We saw LeBron James absolutely get obliterated by the Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker and those young guys, Mikal Bridges, Campaign, and all them guys. They absolutely obliterated him, and they ran him out of the first round of the playoffs. I think if these two old guys, LeBron James and Kevin Durant, want to get back to the successful ways that they were in their young career, they're going to have to team up somehow, and they can win like that.
How he gonna get
there? With the way things is looking up,
how he gonna get
that's
there?
The only way they can each save their careers. Obviously, they know them to be friends. They literally have a song together. I mean, one of the bars off the song is, I feel like the world is LeBron. The world is Skip Bayless, and I'm LeBron James. That was a KD bar.
How is he going
from the
to
song
get there?
they made together.
How is he gonna get there?
Possibly, I mean, if let's say if something happens with Kyrie and he end up in Miami or whatever, I'm not saying it's a very high chance of this happening, but it can happen, and I think he should. If Kyrie Irving ends up somewhere, he try to force his way there. If he goes out his way to demand a trade to that specific destination, it can work somehow. I think, and that's the only way them two. Otherwise, they're gonna keep seeing these bad endings from each of them. They can't
take the Lakers jersey off and tell me where you like to see KD go.
All right. I would like to see KD in Miami.
I like that.
Obviously they're known for having a great training staff. Obviously, KD hasn't been the most healthy, most durable player over the last couple 4 or 5 years, really his entire career, honestly, if we being real,
Yeah,
but specifically over the
yes.
last couple of years. He go there, we get a great training staff. He could train, probably rest every once in a while, but they know what to do with him to manage his minutes. And obviously, we know Steve Nash is playing him like sometimes 45 minutes a night, even in the regular season, 45, 46
Yeah,
minutes,
Steve Nash
2 weeks straight,
is a
things
criminal.
like that. If you go somewhere like Miami, you got a lot of guys who can take the pressure off him. Obviously, Jimmy Butler's going to take a ton of pressure off him. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. Take a ton of pressure off him and his workload. If he goes somewhere like Miami, gives him a go-to number one for sure scoring option, where he doesn't have to be there every night. I think he could possibly get another ring that way. But yeah, I think Miami is probably the perfect destination for him. I heard a lot. We had Slavy Keys on the podcast. He was telling me about how he really wanted him to come to Phoenix. I saw Scott tweeting earlier about how he really wanted him to be in a Bulls jersey. But I think the number one, I think those are around the top three. Those two teams I just named with the Bulls, Phoenix. So I think number one option for KD, the best look for my dog KD, arguably best player in the world, would be Miami Heat. I just think with that world-class organization, Pat Riley, it's just be a nice blend. We saw at times they needed another scorer. Jimmy Butler couldn't hit that pull-up jumper. Guess who would have hit that pull-up jumper? Because we've seen him do it on trillions of times in clutch situations. Kevin Durant hits that pull-up jumper that Jimmy Butler did not hit last year versus Celtics. You get that option, and I think that's a very huge difference maker for the franchise. So I think Miami will be the perfect destination for Kevin Durant next season. But, I mean, who knows how this offseason is going to play out. It's been a very annoying offseason as far as all the Kyrie, KD rumors and whatnot.
Shit barely started yet.
Yeah, I feel you. But
if I
what's up?
couple destinations. One, the Mavericks.
Oh, yeah, that would be oof.
I think Luka and KD would be that's some shit. That's some shit. I think that's some shit. And also the Nets need picks back, and I'm pretty sure the Mavericks have picks. Another destination, another destination, Denver. KD in Denver.
I heard he had interest in Denver.
I mean, number one, he be high as hell. Denver high as hell goes together. Number two, again, basically you would be Michael Porter Jr. on steroids.
Michael Porter Jr. That's hilarious because then KD has endorsed weed on multiple times. If you don't get that reference that Pavy was making just now.
Yeah, so he would be Michael Porter Jr. on steroids. You would finally pair Jokic with the elite scorer. It would take some of the pressure. I still think best case Jokic is like around 22, 13, and 9, and not 27, whatever and whatever. I still think if he could come down some.
Denver is fire.
Yeah, Denver is fire. And then my last spot, Portland.
Mm-hmm.
You got drafted in the Pacific Northwest by Sonics. You know what it's like to play with great point guards. You play with one your whole career. Why not go out there, play with Dame? If Dame is back and Dame is healthy, you got Dame, you got KD. I think you right in contention in the Western Conference with anybody.
I feel you. I'm not mad at that. And that's one thing that just
Miami as well, though. I rock with the Miami thing as well.
To compliment, it's not that, like, it's why there's so many options, I think. It's like 5, 6, 7 teams that I think would really, like, automatically go into that contender if they added Kevin Durant, because his game just kind of fits with everybody. That's why him with the Warriors was just so smooth. You come into a team that's already won a championship without you, and you fit as well as you do. His game complements pretty much everybody. If your team is good, Kevin Durant complements your game insanely. His game complements whatever your team is trying to do insanely well. So I
think he can switch how he plays a little bit up though.
What do you mean?
I think he could.
Did he really switch up how he plays with the Warriors?
No. I'm saying I think he could stand to, and yes, he did. He was more. He was more inside.
I don't know. He still got a lot. Remember, he still got a lot of those ISOs.
And that's when they would start losing series. Or like, without losing series, but that's when they would start losing games, and like the games would get closer when he would ISO. But I wish he would catch and shoot a little bit more. If he has somebody to create for him.
I mean, that's why, like,
which is why I would like to see him go somewhere like
all the options that we named,
the Mavericks, or like bro, can you
Portland
imagine
be nice for
if
him.
Luka's driving and he just spotting up, kicking out to KD?
That would be crazy.
A 7 foot. I mean, obviously he gonna get a chance to do his shit, but like
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just me. DeJounte Murray. Have you seen the rumors about DeJounte Murray?
I have seen the rumors about.
I have
DeJounte
no idea who they pick. I'm assuming they pick AJ Griffin just because that's the Spurs thing to do. They could also probably use a center though. So maybe the guy from
pick
Memphis.
that Nikola Jokic dude. That's a
They
Spurs
also
thing to do.
yeah. Or they could pick the guy from France because again Spurs.
Yes.
But no, DeJounte Murray. If you're the Spurs, why? And if you're, what teams would you like to see him possibly get added to?
What was the number? What was the one that he quoted? Do you remember what it was off the top of your head? The team, because I know he quoted it himself. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was the Hawks.
The Hawks rumor would pair him with Trae Young.
Yeah.
That's fire. I think they could play off each other. I mean, DeJounte brings the defense. He brings the defense, and he brings the. I don't think he has to be on ball. He's athletic. He can catch a lob. He can hit a three. I think him and Trae Young could play really well off each other. He kind of brings the dynamic the Hawks never really, had in that backcourt. Obviously, they had other scorers with Trae Young, but DeJounte brings scoring, playmaking, and defense all at one time. So I think him and Atlanta would be nice. Another guard he can play off. We haven't really seen that yet. He had Derek White, but Trae Young is a whole different story. I mean, besides Atlanta, what else? What are other teams who he could
I
possibly?
think Cleveland was interested. I think.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean,
like that.
it depends. It depends if they can get rid of Sexton. I wouldn't want all three of them on one. Team.
Yeah, I would sign and trade Sexton.
Okay.
I would sign and trade Sexton and probably maybe Isaac Okoro. Y'all could go. And then trade you a pick.
But yeah, DeJounte Murray obviously is an outstanding talent, great player last year, great fantasy player last year. He can help pretty much any team where he lands.
Wonder who they picked up. I hope Mark Williams goes to the Hornets. He probably will end up going to the Hornets.
They do need a center, right? That's the one thing.
Need badly.
Mason Plumlee ain't gonna hold it down.
Mason Plumlee is not it. Shout out Mason Plumlee, but that's not it. He is not him. Pronoun they.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball. They asked him the one thing he feel like the Hornets is away from really competing. He said a good big man. So I would love to. Mark Williams would be nice. Who we going with, Adam? Jeremy.
Who? Oh, okay.
6th man of the year. What? He came off the bench?
I mean, Marvin Williams did it. Scotty Barnes did too. I think, what was it, Scotty Barnes or Patrick Williams? Oh, okay. Played for EuroLeague. Makes perfect sense. Played for the Polish team. EuroLeague. Perfect sense.
Sitting up on the Spurs.
Perfect sense. I have no doubt he'll be good then.
I know they got hella scouts across the world.
I have no doubt he'll be good then. Spurs and anything overseas, I don't doubt.
9, 4, and 1. What's the comparison? What's the height?
You about to get on here and say fucking Kevin Garnett.
The blonde hair look cold. He look like C Breezy. He like Chris.
By the way, Chris Brown album coming out tonight. Are you excited?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I saw your top 5 though. You posted. You got 18 hours Babyface Ray.
I got 18 hours Babyface Ray.
That's fire.
I did not know I listened to Babyface Ray, but I do listen to a lot of Babyface Ray.
That's fire.
Listen to a lot of Babyface Ray.
That's fire. I'm pretty sure you first on mine, but 18 is still pretty good.
He's probably my favorite newer rapper.
That's
Not probably. He is my favorite newer rapper.
That's what's up. He's my favorite rapper of everybody right now. Okay.
I respect that. I done fucked around, blew what you went in your life and just want to spend this. Stupid ass little youngin.
Stupid ass.
And that man V said, my dog scammed the world so much
It
we
was
fucked up the economy.
economy.
I'm like, yo, V's is hilarious. V's is a American
Yeah, that's
jewel.
what I said. Spanish reads, but that's
V's is an American jewel.
That's hilarious. But yeah, we need the V's. I didn't really like that little baby V's track though. Like I'm trying to make myself
it's
like
cool.
it. I'm trying to make myself like it.
They
more.
didn't really do the Jeezy justice.
I'm trying to
wait. Have you heard the actual Jeezy song? You did?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, bro, Lord, we
Send
losing
it.
recipes.
Send
I'll
it.
play it for you.
All
I'll
right.
send it to you.
All right.
I'll send it and play it.
All right.
That's why I didn't like it. I'm like, bro, I actually like it. You did.
I'm trying to force it on me, but yeah, I mean, I can barely even
V's
understand
verse was
what,
hilarious though.
For real? I can barely understand what V's saying. I gotta listen to it.
You
I only listen to it like 5 times.
You can't really understand what V's is saying, but I think his verse hilarious.
All right, at least I know I'm not.
You can't really understand what
I don't know
V's
what's
is
his.
saying.
I like his
You
flow.
really
of
can't
course.
understand. I had to
always
like put
rock
the
with his
captions
flow.
on to understand what V's was saying. I'm like, yo, what are you saying, bro? What do you think the First of all, what do you think Bradley Beal should do, and what do you think the Wizards should do about Bradley Beal?
What do I?
He did just opt out, but that doesn't mean he can't come back.
That doesn't mean that's him opting out is a very normal guy who they're very like regular, not surprising at all. Decision from him, a guy who's pretty much arguably the prime of his career. That's what they do most of the time is they opt out of these deals to see what they can gauge on the market because they're guaranteed to get a very high deal. But I think I saw. Did you see? Am I tripping? Did you see the quote too where he talked about he wants to win now? Right at some point in his career.
They all say that.
I feel you, but I mean, honestly, I don't think there's nowhere you can really just. I mean, unless maybe Miami, but I don't see how Miami clears the cap space for a Bradley Beal. I think he's just go back. He's probably gonna sign like another 4 or 5 year max deal with Washington, and just say to take it to hell. Like whatever happens here happens. Maybe he gets back to 28. I know he had kind of a slump year compared to the year he had before that when he averaged 30.
Slump year compared to the year he had before.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he just goes back to Washington and signs for a 5 year max monster deal, and whatever happens with them happens. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think, and we'll see.
I'm not paying Bradley Beal $210 million.
If you're the Wizards?
I'm not paying Bradley Beal $210 million.
As the Wizards?
I just paid John Wall $200 million. And did you see how that worked for
the
me?
Wizards?
I'm not paying. I don't.
Well, who else are they going to pay that?
First of all, Porzingis is there. I'm just
Porzingis
saying Porzingis is there.
Afterthought.
I'm just saying he's there.
But he's still
Now, Bradley Beal and Kristaps Porzingis is not a bad thing.
It's not bad.
But I'm not paying Bradley Beal $210 million. He's
I'm
not a supermax player to me.
If I'm the Wizard, a guy who can get you possibly 28 to 30 games, not a supermax player.
No.
So those dudes ain't growing on trees.
Okay.
So you pay him the money, especially
It wasn't
especially
also,
when you're the Wizards.
What did he shoot from the field when he gave you that 30? Please look it up.
I got you right now. What did he shoot when he gave you 30?
I bet it was like 43%.
43.
And also, Russ was there when he did that. Don't forget that. That's when Russ averaged a triple-double. Russ was there when he did that. Do not forget about that. The pressure Russell, it's so easy to say Russell Westbrook. It's not even like, it's Russell Westbrook. The pressure Russell Westbrook puts on the D. It's really like just a tongue twister. It's not like you mean to say it. But when the pressure he puts on the defense.
30 points per game on 48%.
Oh, okay, that's good. But that was the year Russ was there, right?
Oh, my God.
I'm going to ask you a question. Was it the year Russ was there?
Oh,
I'm going to ask you a question.
That's
okay,
the year
then. What do
Russ
you
was
mean?
there. Oh, my God.
Russ was the best player on the team, by the way.
Oh.
So a guy giving you 20, 12, and 12 ain't the best player on the team? Are we really doing this?
Compared to somebody who gave you 30
Why
or
do you
48%?
think he gave you 30? What did he do this year?
What do you mean? He was injured this year.
No, before he got hurt. He wasn't hurt the whole year. Before he got hurt, he was getting whooped up on. Why are we showing David Robinson? Why are we showing David Robinson? Okay, all right.
Okay.
They just showing first picks. Like, why are we showing David Robinson?
Oh, my God.
What we doing?
The ball pillow.
What are we doing?
Shaq is my first ever favorite player ever in the league.
Michael Jordan's my first ever favorite player, but I respect that. Michael Jordan, then Allen Iverson.
Shaq is my first ever favorite player, my first ever hated player in the league.
Because he left. Then I've been LeBron James ever since.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay.
They're talking about great bigs.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think
sir.
Bigs were number 1 picks.
AD competing for the MVP award next year.
All right. You know I got a sneak MVP?
Who?
If he's healthy, Dame Lillard. If he's healthy, Dame Lillard.
You know, it would take a whole lot from Damian for him to sway the
That's a good
voters
pick,
to
Giant
be
Davis. That's a good
MVP.
pick.
It would take a
That's a good
whole lot for Damian
Not
Lillard.
really.
I'd
Dame-
say it'd
like,
take
look-
him like 34 or 33,
No, it
like
won't.
6 assists, Blazers top 3 seed. That's the only way he get it. Maybe 30 in top 3
If
seed.
they can put together a
top
good
4
team
seed.
and Dame can come back and be healthy,
They get top 3 seed and Dame getting you 32 a game. I ain't mad at it, but I don't. That's very unlikely in the West with the Warriors coming back.
I mean, obviously Embiid's always there.
Mavericks making moves.
Luka is always there. Luka will probably be the consensus favorite for next year. Like if you're going to Vegas, he's probably consensus favorite.
He should be. I think an American player gets it though. They a little bit overdue.
Who?
I think Tatum could steal it.
Oh my God. No.
I think Trae Young maybe could steal it.
Depending on what they do with the team.
Maybe well, I think Zion, if healthy, obviously can steal it.
If he's healthy, sure.
It's a lot of good American dudes. I think we definitely get
Good block.
Ooh.
That's a good pick for the pair of Bradley Beal. Somebody else who can score. I think he averaged like 20-something a game last year at Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Johnny Davis got picked by the Wizards. I mean, y'all will see this later on, so y'all will know who got picked. The New York Knicks are on the clock.
Oh, the Knicks on. Ooh.
I think they wanted to trade up in the draft, but obviously that
What?
couldn't happen. I think the Knicks wanted to trade up in the
What?
draft.
The Knicks on the clock. What do the Knicks need? They about to bring back Mitch Robinson more than likely. They got
Probably a
Randall
point
hold
guard,
down to
maybe.
4.
Or maybe a wing. Maybe
They got
maybe
quickly
you
at
pick
the
AJ.
1.
Maybe-
RJ Barrett.
Maybe you pick AJ.
Ooh, this is interesting. I wonder who the Knicks could use.
They have one
After such
playoff
a-
series win in the last
The
22
Knicks,
seasons.
the Knicks let their city down last after a great season, bubble season, not bubble season, but light fan season.
The Knicks went back to being the Knicks. I do like what RJ Barrett. I think RJ Barrett definitely took a leap forward next season.
I saw something
not
that
next season,
said
last season.
if they extend Barrett, that'd be the first round pick they extend in like 20 years.
That can't be true.
You don't think so?
20 years. 20 years?
I think so.
20 years?
Name somebody. If you can't off the top of your head, name a pick from the first that you think the Knicks gave him that they drafted themselves. Name somebody.
Maybe Shump?
Iman Shumpert?
Yeah.
Did they extend him?
I don't know. Was he still on his rookie deal when he got traded? Maybe Shumpert?
Let me see. I think he was still on his rookie deal, but we'll see. Was he what pick was he? Iman Shumpert.
It was like, I think, like the 20th pick or something like that. I think it was like the 20th pick or something like that. I think.
Does he play for the Rockies now?
No, he's not in the league.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think, other than that, who that they drafted? The Knicks have had some very underwhelming picks, though. That is not a team going anywhere. We have seen
The
no
Knicks
trades.
traded him in 2015. He was drafted in 2011, so he didn't extend him. Right? Let me see. Iman Shumpert contracts.
Oh no. That's a great question. If that's true, that is malpractice by a franchise. You gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom on Basketball Reference if you want Basketball Reference.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming they go.
Yeah,
AJ.
he didn't. He only made $1 million with the Knicks, $1 million with the Knicks, $1 million with the Knicks,
Oh yeah,
$2
damn.
million with Cleveland. He was traded on his rookie
Oh
deal.
well, damn. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess that might be the first in like 20 years. Then that's crazy. That's absolute franchise malpractice. They also didn't have picks for a while too. They traded them off for somebody, so they also did. So that actually might be true. Malpractice.
Yeah, that's wild. Who we getting? Who's coming to New York?
New York. New York. I should have cut the volume on to see if they cheer or boo. New York. New York.
And then random side note, you guys, I will be a high school basketball coach next season. It's pretty much official at this point. I'm not gonna say the location just yet. But we're going.
Please don't run no Celtics offense.
We're going by Coach Joe. Let's go. That's what my players call me. But yeah, we've been active.
Shout out
Balancing
to
a
that.
lot. Very
Congratulations on
busy.
that.
Thank you. Very busy life.
I'm gonna
As
come
of
see you,
late.
coach.
Definitely. I'm gonna definitely say hit you with the dates and where at. I'm expected to coach a summer game, so I'm gonna hit you for sure.
Oh, they picked a man for France. That makes sense.
Sume Jean. Last
Apparently-
time, what ain't Frank Ntilikina for France? Ain't
Frank
he from-
Ntilikina, yeah.
Frank.
Think about this. I think he could have been decent. It's just like Phil got fired.
I don't know. He's just
So,
too
like,
much of a.
Phil got fired and they just gave up.
I don't know. He's just so much of a raw talent. He never really got out of how like.
I mean, he
just
can guard,
stayed
though.
raw forever. Like he
He can
just
guard,
never really
though.
got that skill set.
He can guard though.
A little bit.
He's a good defender.
I seen him. Remember that when Trae Young hit that floater that killed that reason why the niggas hate that man to this day. They subbed Frank Ntilikina in that last play, and he got his ass cooked up. He was in the game for one play. Got his ass cooked up on that floater and sent their ass to an L in the Madison Square Garden. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, yeah, I'm just saying that recent history with French players ain't all that great. Even though Frank obviously
They have picked a
he does
couple
do
French, but
something.
you know, dude who got dunked on by Vince Carter and Vince Carter jumped over him.
Yeah, I remember
Knicks
that
drafted
play.
him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the Knicks drafted him. The Knicks, I think, drafted him that summer. Then he got dunked on and he never came over again. Nah, dead ass. He dead ass. They like Ron Artest was the pick after, if I'm not mistaken. They drafted him. He got dunked on that summer and he never came over. He never came to the NBA. He never came to the NBA, bro. Dead ass.
I seen the Dream Team doc. That dude was talking about what it was like getting jumped over. They played all the time on NBA TV.
Getting jumped over is crazy. I mean, he got a good skill set though. He can shoot the ball a little bit. He can handle pass.
Oh,
I think he's a good person to pair with RJ and them. Hopefully, he's good. The Thunder are back on the clock. What pick is this? 12th pick. I want to see the Hornets pick, and then we can wrap up.
all right, cool.
That's why overseas is so interesting because they don't play this. They don't let their guys play a whole bunch of minutes. So overseas is always very interesting, like EuroLeague and Australia. And I also don't think that they play 40-minute games too. I think they play 40-minute games if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think they play 40-minute games. Chet Holmgren is back. Is on the clock. Guess he about to see who about to run with him. OKC. If I had to pick someone for OKC, I would probably say a wing. I'm thinking about who their wings are. All I can think of is Lou Dort and Darius Bazley. So if I was them, I'd probably pick a wing. Like you said, I think that they're pretty set at guard. They also have Trey Mann as well. Trey Mann, Josh Giddey, Shea Gildress. I think they probably need a wing. Or maybe a center. Even the center. Maybe you want to pick Mark Williams, or maybe you want to pick the guy from Memphis. Chet played a 4. They played a 5. Maybe. But we'll see what they do. I'm interested to see what they do. But it's been a good draft so far. Like everything has kind of made sense to me, at least. Like I haven't really seen anything that's been kind of like, whoa, what the fuck? Everything's kind of made sense. So far, at least. I keep looking back because I'm trying to make sure the Pro Tools don't stop. That would be not ideal. Yeah, I'll take one. I was saying I would like to see the Thunder either pick a wing or a center. The 12th pick. Oh, shit.
You good? But yeah, the OKC, we are what round 1 pick 12 with a minute left. OKC is on the clock. Say the team needs our floor spacing big, wing forward. We'll see. The pick is in. They about to select now. While they're selecting, real quick, any thoughts on the Sparks so far this year, or from what you've seen?
It ain't all Fish fault.
But yeah, I think the Spark. Yeah,
That's my
definitely.
thoughts. It ain't all Fish
If
fault.
it, I feel
It ain't all
it
Fish
depends on
fault.
how much of an influence Fish had on bringing this roster together. I'm a new fan of the WNBA.
But one thing though, you can't
'Cause
you can't let a guy bring a full roster in and then give him a half a season to coach it.
That's like 3 shots, ain't it? That's a call.
That's definitely like 3 shots.
That is crazy. Pull up Pavy. But I'm from a new WNBA fan. What I've seen so far from the Sparks, they have what seems to be a very weirdly built roster. And when you watch a team like the Aces play, it seems like they're on a whole different side of the earth. It was like watching the Warriors versus the Kings in 2016.
Yeah.
The Aces versus Sparks. I think that I even as much as Fisher obviously wasn't doing that well, as much as some people might say he deserved to be fired, he wasn't that good of a coach. I feel like firing Fisher at the time they did was kind of like throwing the towel in this season. Because like you fire Fisher, and he's already hell going on. What is a random interim coach going to be able to do to help the situation that's going on?
Yeah.
And it's very disappointing for somebody who wanted to root for the Sparks this year, but the Sparks is kind of like watching the Lakers all over again this year. It's kind of like a disaster. But they have some talent. I really like Katie Lou Simonson is one of the best shooters, knockdown shooter for them. I think Cambridge has been kind of underwhelming, to be completely honest
I'm
with
not
you.
the biggest Liz Cambage fan as far as basketball things go.
I'm not mad at it. She's been very disappointing for me as far as I saw her Instagram. I have a lot of friends who are very fond of her, and when you actually see her plays, she can be kind of underwhelming for you. The guard plays been underwhelming, even though they just recently got Tolliver back from injury.
They did.
She helps, for sure. Even
No, not injury. She was
Was she-
with the
oh,
Mavericks.
Oh, okay, for sure.
She's at Mavericks. Yeah, not injury.
The guard play has been very underwhelming. But yeah, it seemed like the Sparks, if they actually want to get a winning team, they kind of NECA is obviously having a great year.
Yeah,
One of the
NECA,
bet- one
but
of the
NECA,
better-
but NECA always has great. Like that's one constant is NECA. NECA's gonna be NECA.
That's fire. They got a great year from their best player. But outside of really NECA, this team is really hard to really see. Kind of, they don't really have an identity. The identity they do have, they aren't that good at it. Like they like to feed NECA and like to feed Cambridge. I don't think they know how to feed them
Oh,
sometimes.
Jalen Williams, he got picked in the lottery. Remember I was telling you about
Yeah,
Jalen
you were
Williams?
talking about Jaden Williams. That's what's up.
I didn't
Santa
expect him to
Clara.
get picked 12th. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect him to get picked 12th, but Jalen Williams is my guy. Jalen Williams
fire.
is my guy. Yes, that's why 15 points, 50%. He could pass. He could defend. Also, you went to Santa Clara,
That's
so
what's
I'm
up.
assuming that you know how to
Play if you can draft it from there.
Nah, but yes, one play, two play with the weight of the world on your shoulders. I didn't expect him to get picked 12th though.
That's fire.
12th is high. I didn't expect that.
A 6-man guard for them. With obviously they got the Giddey Shea backcourt. Shout out to Oklahoma. I'm not mad at it. I actually ran into Sam Presti once in the summer league. He was just walking amongst everybody else
Fire.
in the around the whatever the name of that arena is. I forgot.
The Thomas and Max.
Yeah,
Center.
Thomas and Mack. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You going to summer league this year?
I don't plan on it, but if I end up there, I wouldn't be too surprised. I've been to a couple. What about you?
I don't know. I might go. I don't mind going. It's just CB games going on all day.
For you don't got
All day. Like I be liking to go see who I want to see, and I'm like, all right, I'm good
Mhm.
now.
I feel you. It's not really. I mean, I would love to see Chet. I play live actually. I feel like that'd be fun. Seeing some of these guys, Pop, Paola, Benchero, seeing him at the. It's actually some dudes who really would like turn my head and have me really interested the entire game. So that might be the move. Who knows? I mean,
Thunder are having a good draft though.
As
Again,
ex-
Hornets, please pick.
as expected.
Hornets pick a center. They boys should be all centers. Michael Jordan pick a center. Yo, you saw when the kids saw Mike.
I-
You ain't see that video? They was looking for LaMelo at the Hornets facility, and then Mike walked outside. They was like, "Oh, Michael Jordan, Mike, can I get a picture?"
I did see that.
And people thought Mike said no, but he said, "Wait till I get down there." Mike, what you do? You see Michael Jordan?
What do I do if I see Michael Jordan? I'd be like, I honestly be in awe.
Oh shit, that's
I'd
MJ.
be like-
That's MJ. That's Big Jeff. Please just pick a center. This pick should already be in by now. Pick a center.
I wouldn't be too surprised. I come across a lot of famous people in Los Angeles, but I definitely try to sneak a pick somehow or something. I don't know. That'd be too amazing.
Yes, Michael Jordan. You got to, bro. It's Big Jeff. You got to.
Think I'm gonna take another shot.
Please pick a center. But damn, I didn't think he was gonna get picked that high. That's shout out Jalen Williams. It's a guy I'll be looking forward to watching play basketball. Shout out Jalen. I did not expect him to get picked that high though. 12 was high. I thought he'd be more 15 to 20. And even that was probably high to me. I thought more like really 20 to 25. Did he talk about a trade? I want to go on Twitter right now and go on Woe's page and see what's going on. Now I just want to see if there's something going on that I don't know about. Go to Woe's page. Is there anything going on I don't know about? Oh, the Knicks traded the 11th pick to OKC.
Oh wow.
Who will select? So the Dane guy went to the Thunder, actually. The Thunder sent multiple first-round picks in New York. That's the only trade that happened.
I'm not a one-hit wonder. They know what must do.
Yeah, that's the only trade that happened. So the pick before that the Knicks made went to somebody else. So the Knicks didn't have a first-round pick this year, basically. They were traded for future draft picks. Me and the Knicks probably looking to trade with something for somebody for something. Maybe get into the KD or Kyrie mix.
It would be
Or
nice to see
some
them
mix.
take a step for sure. It would be nice for sure with LaMelo unleashed, another All-Star. He's bound for another All-Star appearance next season. Maybe Miles Bridges could slide in there if they get a little more success.
If D'Antoni go there, the sky's the limit for their stats.
If Mike D'Antoni went to Charlotte, oh my God, in this era.
Yeah, LaMelo might win MVP. Nah, dead. LaMelo might win MVP. I'm dead ass serious. Dead. He
I'm not mad at it, G. Did you see what Mike D'Antoni had Kendall Marshall looking like? You remember
No,
that?
I don't remember when he had Kendall
You-
Marshall. But I do remember when Kendall Marshall played for the Lakers, so I do remember that. He did
Kendall
like
Marshall.
he
He
did
had
look like a quality basketball player with the
See,
Lakers.
he had Kendall Marshall
Like
looking like
quality
Jason
basketball
Kidd
player.
with a jumper. I swear. I swear.
He did
But
look like
see,
quality basketball player.
LaMelo Ball in a Mike D'Antoni system is must-see basketball. He's already must-see basketball now, but oh my. And Miles Bridges and the rest of, and PJ Washington and the rest of the guys that have to complement that team. Woo! That'd be, please go get him.
All right, let's see what they're doing. Pick is in.
All right, cool.
Pick a center. Just pick a center. Unless they're gonna pick something else and they go for center at 15.
I'm not what the fuck is that? I'm not
I really want to hear what Perk is talking about.
I don't know. I wonder what Ferguson's talking about. They're not kind of crazy. They need to get an imitator like me out there. I think if you put me on the horn, put a young me on the horn, you easily get 55 wins next
Perk
year.
was solid though.
Oh,
though. The Perk,
yeah. I hated Perk back in the day.
Perk was solid though. That's the funny thing about Perk.
Oklahoma
He was solid.
seeked him out and traded for him because they thought he was going to be the answer to stop the Lakers. Kendrick Perkins was once a guy like he was like a. I'm trying to think who was like a. I don't know. He was
Looney.
a Lou Dort of 2010.
He was like a Kevon Looney.
He was like a Lou Dort of 2011.
Kevon Looney.
Lou Dort.
Wow.
Like not in like the same way, but like in the sense of value. Like that's how much value he had.
That's fair.
Like any team would love a Lou Dort. Any team back in 2011.
Kendrick Perkins.
Any team back in 2011 would have
I
loved.
still think the reason they lost that
That's all I'm
series.
saying.
I still think the reason they lost that series and Kobe grabbed all them rebounds was because Perk tore his ACL.
It is what it is.
He not grabbing 17
It
rebounds.
is.
With Perk did.
It is what it is.
He not grabbing 17
Also, if you
rebounds with
rewatch
Perk
that
did.
game, Rasheed Wallace was hitting a lot of post fadeaways. He filled Kendrick Perkins' role pretty well.
Yeah, but he didn't
in a different
rebound.
way. He still
He
did.
didn't
He
fucking
still
rebound.
produced.
We needed them rebounds.
Kevin Garnett can't rebound.
That's only one man, bro.
What you mean? That's only
He
one.
can't do everything, bro. They picked a center. Cool.
But nah, Kendrick. Oh, yeah, they did. All right, cool. That's fire. Jalen Duran. What's his specialties?
Like he can block a lot of shots. I'm assuming.
6'10", 250.
Can he jump? Yeah.
Athletic. Perfect. 12-8. 12-8-2. Good pick, Charlotte. Way to draft your need. Way to go after your need. I'm excited to see him get. Woo! Excited to see him get out there and play some NBA minutes. I think they should immediately give him at least 22 minutes, minimum minutes per game out there in Charlotte.
That happened this year?
Get that shit out of here,
That was a
Tatum.
great block. That's the last time Tatum tried to dunk.
Get the fuck out of here.
The last time he tried to dunk.
Cap.
It's the last time Tatum
Cap.
tried to dunk.
Cap. Can't
But-
believe. What's up?
But let's get ready to wrap it up.
Yo.
Get your plug in. Tell the people where they can find you. And all of that.
What's good, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, get me on Twitter at the Jolts with 2 S's, JOLTSS. Hit me on the gram, East Ghost with a 0. East Ghost, not a 0. I'm not an O, it's a 0. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. We out. This is a draft, finals recap, season recap podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's go.
As always, man, follow me on Twitter at Pavy World. That's Pavy World, all one word. Yeah, man, keep streaming my music. Spotify Pavy, Apple Pavy, anywhere you want to find me, Pavy. And until next time, man, we'll holla at you.